Hello guys, and welcome back to another video on the Mr. Coller Roaster YouTube channel. Today I'm here at Mirabilandia, which is the first theme park of my trip here in Italy. My main reason for coming here was their two main standout coasters, an Intamin launch coaster called iSpeed and a B&M invert called Katun. It's just gone 10:30 and I'm going to make iSpeed my first ride of the day. I've just come off and I only waited about 10 minutes, which was great. I was in row 4 this time. I would have loved to try the front, but there's a separate queue for that and it already looked quite long. For those of you who have been on Stealth at Thorpe Park, the start of this is just like that, with a hydraulic launch taking you up to 68 miles per hour in just over 2 seconds. After that, there's a top hat followed by 3 different inversions and a couple of airtime moments. It's nice to have a longer layout, unlike Stealth, which is pretty much over after that top hat. It also reminds me a lot of Maverick at Cedar Point with those whippy transitions. I can't wait to see what it's like later in the day when it's fully warmed up. The park's opening hours today are 10:30 until 6, and I've got a second day here tomorrow as well, so I should be able to do all the major rides that are open. Unfortunately, I've heard Divertical and Desmo Race have been closed a lot recently, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get those 2 credits or not on this trip. Now it's time for the other big coaster here, Katun, which is one of the biggest B&M inverts in the world. Katun was another really good ride. It's got 6 different inversions on there and I think I grayed out a couple of times on that layout. Again, I only waited around 5 or 10 minutes, so I think I'm going to go straight round for another go. This time I got the back row and I think I can now say that's my favourite B&M invert. Lucky it's not too busy at the moment because both big coasters are only on one train, which is not great at all. It's not too surprising though, because this park is owned by the chain Parque Reunidos and they're known for their bad operations. Now time for my third coaster of the day, Master Thai. It's a Mobius loop coaster like Grand National at Blackpool, but on this one you actually get to do both sides in the same go. The ride was a bit shaky, but not too uncomfortable. Over here is Desmo Race, which is the park's Mara Spike coaster. This opened a few years ago, but it's been very unreliable, and it doesn't really look like there's any signs of it opening at the moment, unfortunately. It's a unique concept where you can control your speed on this one, but it's quite a low capacity ride and not many parks have bought them, although you can find a few of them on cruise ships around the world. Here's another credit. This one's a powered coaster called Rexplorer. That was a lot like Flying Fish at Thorpe Park. Only 2 laps round on that one. It was quite funny at the end because you went into the station really slowly and near the back you were tilted sideways. I was going to do some other rides, but I had a look at the queue for iSpeed and it was pretty much walk on. I've now done 3 rides on it and I just got a front and a back row ride. Like Stealth, I think the front was my favourite row on there. The wind on your face is just so good on that launch. A few elements were better in the back row, but overall it's a front row ride. The paint looks a bit faded at the moment, although it looks like they've tried out a repaint on this piece of track just here. Here's a look at Divertical, which I think has the same layout as Speed at Emilia-Romagna. It's still closed at the moment, and this part of the park feels almost abandoned at the moment. Next to iSpeed is this coaster, which only just opened in April last year as part of their new Nickelodeon land. This bit at the start was faster than I expected for a family coaster. And there's one more family coaster in this area. This one's themed to Paw Patrol. This is an interesting log flume over here with cars as the ride vehicles. I've just come off Gold Digger, which was one of the craziest wild mouse coasters I've ever been on. It's built by an Italian company called L&T Systems, and you hit the turns so fast and the brakes slam really sharp. That's probably going to be the last of the credits I get here at Mirabilandia, unless Desmo Race or Divertical somehow reopen. Next up, I'm going to check out the park's Walking Dead maze. This is an upcharge, but it only cost about €5.90, which isn't too bad for a maze. I never got to do the Walking Dead mazes at Thorpe Park, so I'm excited to try this one out. There was some good theming in there, although not too many actors, so it wasn't one of the scariest mazes I've done, but it was still worth trying. It's cool that it's there all year round and not just for Halloween. I had another 2 rides on Katun because there was no queue at all. One of them was in the front row and it was good, but I think I prefer the back because it's more intense on there. I'm now on the park's Ferris wheel, which is over 300 feet tall, making it the second tallest Ferris wheel in Europe after the London Eye. It's also the brightest Ferris wheel in the world with 50,000 different light bulbs. And we're just getting to the top now. You can see so much of the rest of the park, plus all the surrounding area. There goes Katun. Over here you can see Mirror Beach, which is their water park. Time to finish the day with iSpeed. I managed to get 3 more rides on iSpeed, so I've now done it 6 times in total today. I've done every single row except row 2. It's running really well now. I just wish it had lap bars so you could feel that airtime even more. I've managed to do every single operating coaster today, as well as getting multiple re-rides on iSpeed and Katun. There's still a few more water rides and flat rides for me to do here, and I'll also be getting lots of more re-rides on iSpeed and Katun tomorrow. Overall, it's a good value park. Definitely not the best operations, but at least it wasn't too busy today, so I've still got lots of rides in. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe for more videos from my trip to Italy, as well as many other theme parks across the world. Hit that brake run.